Since Jeremiah, how do you describe your running right here in the middle? Right here. Right here in the middle.
Oh, okay. I see you.
How would you
Sorry.
describe your running style and what do you expect Cardinals fans, what kind of player they expect to get?
My running style. I can do a lot of good things, I can push the pile, I can move the pile, I can go around you, I can go above you, I can go through you. But my running style, you're getting everything in one, baby. I'm the complete package. So Arizona, you can expect out of me just a weapon. I'm willing to do anything for that organization to have success. I can run the ball, I can receive, I can block, I can play special teams if you need me to. So you're gonna get a very team-oriented guy. A guy that's gonna build up a great culture if there's not already one there. And guy that's just ready to work.
Arden Nussel here with Seton Hall Sports Media. Jeremiah, congratulations. I'm sure you've heard this by now, but no running back's been drafted top 5 since Saquon Barkley 8 years ago. What does it mean to be in that type of elite company?
It means a lot, Obviously, there's a lot of weight that comes with that. But at the end of the day, I'm still going to be myself. I'm still going to go out there and work as hard as I've ever worked. And, going to continue to make the image of the running backs better. A lot of people in the past have, said running backs, shouldn't be drafted high. But, guys like me, guys like Saquon, guys like Bijan, guys like Ashton Genty, guys like Jahmyr Gibbs, we're going to continue to change that image on running backs. And hopefully in the future, guys everywhere and people everywhere will understand that it is very important to have a good running back on your team. And they really can make or break your team. So I'm just going to do the best I can to make sure that image of you got to have a good running back is being upheld. And, I'm going to work at it.
Yeah, Jeremiah, Notre Dame student media here, Chris Daly. Happy to see you, man. Congratulations on getting drafted number 3. Barry Sanders, also number 3 back in '89, as I know you're idol there. But 2 questions for you. Number 1, what words did you share with Coach Freeman and maybe some of the guys on this Notre Dame team after being drafted? And then looking ahead now with the Cardinals, it's a really great division, NFC West. You got tons of great teams. How big of a challenge is that going to be, and how excited are you for it?
Yeah, so Coach Freeman, he was here, and also Coach Sire was here as well. I got to talk to them too right before I got drafted, and it was the same talk we usually always have. It's a talk of making sure that you're choosing hard, making sure that you're being yourself, and making sure that you're not being complacent. You don't never want to be complacent because, this is a huge accomplishment to get drafted into the NFL, but it's just the beginning of a great journey and a great career. So they told me to keep working, keep being myself, and just stay focused. But Notre Dame, that's my first home, baby. So I'm gonna continue to represent the University of Notre Dame the best way that I can, and hopefully a lot of Notre Dame fans follow me over to Arizona, and we can continue to spread the love. But as far as the competition, I'm ready to compete. I'm all about competition. I'm all about competing and testing, how I fare against other good players. So I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, I'm ready to play. I'm ready to work, and most of all, I'm ready to have fun.
Over here to your left.
Hey, Jeremiah. Bill Roden with ESPN Landscape. Congratulations, man. I know it's kind of odd to ask you about the future on a night like tonight, but what do you think it's going to take to have like one of these long double-digit careers in the NFL? I know it's hard to ask that tonight, but you've talked to a lot of people. What do you think it's going to take to have that kind of career?
So of all the people I've talked to, when we're meeting with teams, with meeting with former players, with meeting with current players, there's one common thing or common piece of advice that I've gotten from all these guys, and it's to make sure that you have a routine that works for you. Make sure that you're consistent. Make sure you're doing the same things that you did to get yourself to this point, and then also just find out ways to get better. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm not complacent with just getting drafted. I want to get to the end of my career, and I want to get a gold jacket. I want to be recognized as one of the best running backs to come through the game of football. So that's a lot of big talk, but a lot of work got to be put in to get there. So that's what I plan to do. Plan to stay myself, plan to stay authentic, and I plan to work every single day.
Jeremiah over here, Dave Stevens with the Disability Channel over here. Right over here.
Sorry, it's very bright.
Okay, no worries. I'm a Cardinals fan, so I'm going to be a little fanboy here. All you need is love, and that's something they needed for a long time. But from a marketing perspective and for all those things, are you thinking about what could happen around Valentine's Day and all the things that you could do as far as off the field with that name to bring so much attention to you and the Cardinals?
I mean, obviously my last name is Love, and I can capitalize off of that, but my focus is football. I'm not worried about the marketing stuff. That stuff will come when it comes. And my job is to go out there and do what I can to help that organization have success. So that's what I'm going to do. The marketing stuff, like I said, will take care of itself. I got a great agency at Athletes First. I got a great team around me that will take care of all of that, and that allows me to just focus on ball. So I'm sure there'll be plenty of opportunities to capitalize off of Love and do things that are great for both Arizona and myself, marketing-wise. But my main focus is football.
You come from a rich tradition with Notre Dame and going to a school with so much history. What kind of history do you want to make for yourself as you continue your progression into your future in the National Football League on and off the field?
So, I just want to be the best version of myself possible. I want to leave a legacy of hard work and dedication. I'm dedicated to a goal of getting to the end of my career and being a Hall of Famer and being one of the best running backs to come through the game. So, like I said, there's a lot of big talk and there's a lot of work that got to be put in to get to that point. So, my legacy will be one of hard work and dedication, like I said, and consistency as well.
Jeremiah, how prepared were you for the signing of the card? It's a new tradition, apparently, and it's the bro hug, it's the jersey. What do you make of signing it? I mean, were you careful with it? I mean, how did you approach that?
So I tried to sign it the best that I could, because it's a special moment. It's a once-in-a-lifetime moment. So took it all in, and made sure that it was the best signature that I could possibly write.
Garrett Dolan, the Rocket. Jeremiah, first of all, congratulations. Just a couple months ago, you were here at Acrisure Stadium dominating against Pitt. What's it like to be back here this time wearing a Cardinals hat?
It feels great. I had a great experience here the first time I came, dominating Pitt and hitting a wonderful spin move on, I think it was number 23. But I mean, being here again, it's a great feeling. I'm very honored to be here again for the NFL draft, and very honored and blessed that I've been picked to go to the Cardinals at number 3. So Pittsburgh has been treating me pretty well. Might come back for the summer or something to chill and spend some time here with my family maybe. But I'm going to AZ, I'm going to Arizona, and I'm just blessed and excited to be here.
Jeremiah, Christian Oliveri, Seton Hall Center for Sports Media. With the expectation of filling that bell cow role in Arizona, what are you looking to learn from James Conner and Tyler Algier?
I want to learn how to be a pro. I'm coming into this as a young guy to them, a rookie to them. So I'm going to look to them to, show me the ropes and just take me under their wing. Those guys are the veterans. I plan to compete with them and build good relationships with them, healthy relationships. And I plan to do special things with them, Those guys are going to be my brothers. I'm just ready to work and compete with them.
Jeremiah, Dominic D'Angelo of the Jake Asman Show. Congrats, man. So Pittsburgh has a legacy of running backs, too, not just with the Steelers, but in college with, like, Curtis Martin, Tony Dorsett. Wanted to get your thoughts. What kind of structure being at a university like Notre Dame gave you as a character and a human being to, like, kind of build into the NFL?
So Notre Dame is a very prestigious school. One thing I learned at Notre Dame was that if you don't got your academics right, you're not going to be playing any type of sport. So you can imagine some of the lessons I've learned from just going to Notre Dame and having that type of mindset. So had to make sure I was very organized, had to make sure that I was responsible with my time, responsible with my planning. So being a Notre Dame man has made me an even better person, even a better athlete. And as I go to the Cardinals and go to Arizona, it's going to allow me to be the best version of myself. Being a Notre Dame man, I'm very proud of it. But I take a lot of pride in it. And, I'm going to go there and represent Notre Dame the right way.
Good. Hey, DeMel here with Driven. Quick question. I know you mentioned about Notre Dame. I'm an Indiana guy myself. So going from the cold in Indiana, right? You know how it is in the Midwest. Are you excited to go back to Arizona and be in that warm weather, man? How you feel about that?
I'm very excited. I've been wishing for some warm weather, so it's kind of, it's a wish come true. I heard Arizona is very hot, but shoot, I've been experiencing a very cold for a long time. So we're gonna see how I fare against get some hot weather. So very excited for that.
One more question.
How you doing, Jeremiah? Zay Wright, Black Sports Online. I wanted to ask if you could compare what you think your career is going to be in the future to one anime, what character or show would that be?
If I can compare, Naruto. I would compare myself to Naruto and the character Naruto as well. Naruto is a story or is a tale of a guy who started off, unknown. In high school, I started off unknown. And then throughout his time, throughout hard work, throughout dedication, and throughout never giving up, which is Naruto's ninja way, he got to become Hokage one day. So comparing that with my story, started off at being a nobody. And it came through the game, it came through high school, and it came through college, and I done built up quite a good following of people that believe in me and respect me and want the best for me. And by the end of my time, like I said, I hope to be a Hall of Famer and one of the greatest to come through, the sport of football. So you can compare my story to Naruto. It's a tale of Naruto Uzumaki, the tale of Jeremiyah Love.
Thanks, Jeremiah.